Hello everyone, welcome back to DevSecOps CloudTech. I'm Blessing, and in today's session we'll be building an event-driven source control notification framework in AWS. This project combines CodeCommit, Event Bridge, and SNS to automatically alert your QA team every time new code is pushed by DevOps, a perfect use case for both real-world DevOps pipeline and the AWS Certified DevOps Engineer exams. Our scenario today is some FinStream analytics. Let's imagine a company called FinStream Analytics, a small but agile team building financial web apps. Developers push new code multiple times a day, but there's a problem. The QA team isn't notified immediately, so testing starts late and bug slips into production. The goal is simple: as soon as new code lands, QA should get an instant email, like a doorbell ringing the moment a developer commits code. We'll wire up that doorbell using AWS in this session. Our solution overview. Here's the solution at a glance. CodeCommit is where a developer push code. Event Bridge listens for those commit events. SNS acts as a megaphone sending alerts. And finally, QA receives an email instantly. There is no delay, no missed notification. This is automation in action, connecting services seamlessly in a serverless way. And the first step in that is we're going to create a code commit repository. So we create our code commit repository. It's implied like the front door of our automation. In AWS CodeCommit, we're going to give it a name, CodeCommit notification. This is the main entrance for developers. Every push here triggers an event chain. So we establish an SNS topic. So it's going to be the notification channel. In Amazon SNS, we create a standard topic called code commit notify, and then we add our QA mailing list. For example, like QA team at finstream.com. Then we ensure they subscribe to that mailing list by going to their email and confirming subscription. Without that, there will not be any room for them to receive notification when a push is done by the developer. So now we teach AWS how to listen to by employing the Amazon Event Bridge. This creates a rule named code commit rule. We choose AWS services and we go to code commit and select all events. We narrow it to later to repository state change. For the target, we select SNS topic and the topic we created earlier, which is code commit notify. So Event Bridge acts as a switchboard, routing commits events straight to SNS. Then we make a commit, go back to our code commit and upload the file. In this scenario, which you're going to see in the lab coming up, we're going to upload the Lambda file. And we add a message to the initial commit and probably put tag if as needed. This is the event our pipeline is listening for. The moment the magic happens. So once the commit is done, an alert lands in the QA email and notifies them that a commit has been done, as we're going to see now in the lab coming up soon. So this is real CI/CD visibility. The moment a developer pushes code, QA knows instantly, and that's the power of event-driven automation. You can see this is an awesome and then very great process that has just been displayed. We're going to go through this in a video. So here's a demonstration video, and here I'm going to log in using our username and password into our cloud environment. So once we log in, we go and create our code commit repository. So we can access our code commit repository either through the search bar, or we go through the menu bar and look for developer tools. So we navigate to developer tool. We have AWS App Studio, AWS App Config, Cloud9, Cloud Shell. These are all developer tools. And there's a code commit. We have AWS FIX, Infrastructure Composer. We're not using all of these, or they're just highlights of developer tools. So we click on our code commit. So it's a private Git repository that is managed by AWS. So we can create a repository by clicking on create repository, and we give it a name, code commit notifications, and we put our description repository for stream analytics web dashboard, QA notifications enabled. We also add our tags for ease of auditability and governance. So we add a tags, we add environment as dev, application, stream dashboard, owner, DevOps teams, compliance, SOX, created by Blessing. Then we click create, and see it's successfully created. So next thing, we're going to create an SNS topic. I'm going to search for SNS in a search bar. Click on SNS topic, and we click on next step. We click on standard, and we put our name, our topic name, code commit notify. Then we can put a description, and we put a tag. and leave every other thing as default. Then we click and once we put a tag, we can put department priority and alert type. For our department is QA, of course, and our priority is high. We want a notification as soon as any push is done to our repo. And alert type is CodeCommit notification. So that indicates what exactly the alert is doing. But we put in the tag mainly for auditability and governance purpose. Once we're done with our tag, we leave everything as default and we create a topic. So now a topic has been created. QA can subscribe to the topic by creating subscription. So we put our protocol as the email, and the endpoint we put the QA email, but in this case I'm putting an email that's mine. So we can see subscription to code commit notify created successfully, but status is still pending. So we need to go into the email to confirm the subscription. So the QA team needs to go into the email to confirm the subscription. If this is not done, they will not receive notification if a push is done to the repo. So now we open up the email and now confirm. As you can see, it's still pending until we do the confirmation. So we've done the confirmation and then we refreshed. The status is now confirmed. The next thing is for us to create an event bridge rule. So we need to create this so we can connect the commit event to the notification system using event bridge. So we type event bridge in our search bar. We navigate to event bridge and we create rule. Create rule. We put our rule name and description. Code commit rule, repository for upstream analytics, web dashboard, QA notified, enabled our description. We leave every other thing as default. And our rule type is rule with an event pattern. Then we click on next. We use pattern form. And we scroll down. Our event source is AWS Services. And AWS Service, we're going to select the provider, which is CodeCommit. And event type, we're going to select all event that happens. and we click next. So we select our target and we're going to look for SNS topic. And our topic, we already created it earlier, code commit notify, remember? So we click next. We add some tags. You can say project, stream analytics, use case, code commit, notification. Why tags are optional? It helps us in auditing and in governance, also in compliance. So business impact, QA visibility. So we're going to click next. So we're going to create our rule. Our rule has been created. There's a proper link between every push in the repo and our QA team are going to be appropriately notified. So at this point, we can commit a file to our repo and see the ripple effect in the QA team's email as they get notified immediately. So we're going to go back to code commit, and now I'm going to access our repo and push into the repo that we created earlier. So we click on code commit notification, that's the repo. We'll go and upload. We add the file, upload the file. At this point, we're going to upload the Lambda file, a Python file, which is to execute to be executed by a Lambda function. So the author's name is Blessing myself, and the email here is the dev email, devops@finstream.com. We can put an initial comment, initial commit, lambda underscore function file with project skeleton. So that's a commit message, and we can commit change. Once we are done committing our changes, we can see our file has been uploaded, has been committed to our repo. So it's a JSON file. So import.json brings in Python JSON module. Import boto3 loads the AWS SDK for Python. So DynamoDB is a variable. Create a high-level DynamoDB resource handle. Table is a variable. Opens a handle to the color palette. And we have two functions, format underscore RGB, lambda underscore handler. The first function has one variable, RGB, and the second function has two variable events and context. So the function def format underscore RGB help our function convert a list or tuple like 255.0.128 into a CSS style string, and the returns. So that's just basically a summary of that lambda function in basic. So we can now go back to the email. I'm going to verify the commit has been done. So the QA teams basically get notified, and once they get notified, that shows we have a good job done. So QA check their email, and they see they see the that dev team has made the push to the repo, and that is basically what we're after. So we're going to wrap this up. Code commit and secure Git repo, event bridge the listener for code commit, SNS fan out alert to subscriber, and the QA email receives notification instantly. Companies like Finstream Analytics use this setup to maintain audit trail, improve QA responsiveness, and align with compliance standards like SOX, HIPAA, and PCI DSS, added tag and description, and IAM-based governance, and this becomes a production-grade production. If you enjoyed this walkthrough and found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Once again, I'm Blessing from DevSecOps CloudTech, where we simplify complex DevOps and cloud engineering concepts. Until next time, keep automating, keep building, and keep learning. And have a good one.